What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today is Expanded Thursday, and today we are going to go over a monster deck, and that deck is, of course, Primal Groudon. Now, Primal Groudon, he's been there for a little while, but he's kind of been cast to side a little bit during these past couple regions. I think right now, with Karen being being introduced to the game, and Night March not being so much of a threat, Primal Groudon might actually have a chance. Now, the way Primal Groudon used to beat Night March is you would discard all the energies, you'd be good to go, you just run them out of energies. But now, they got Puzzle of Time, they got Special Charge, that's impossible to do. So, hopefully with Karen, Primal Groudon will actually come back to the game, which is great. I think it's a really good deck, I think it's really strong. A lot of people are hyping up Electrix right now. Mainly Mega Manectric, because Mega Manectric does do a lot to the field, like beat Evital and Trevenant, Greninja. You beat all those decks with Mega Manectric. So, you know, Primal Groudon could easily beat this deck. It probably, like, it struggles with Greninja, I'm not gonna lie. It probably struggles with Greninja. But you do have 2 Pokemon Salinity and Super Potion, which is really helpful. Let's go deck quick, and then we'll start talking about matchups. How about that? So, our main attacker, Primal Groudon, has the Omega Barrier. I think it's Mega Barrier. Whenever your opponent plays a trainer card, excluding Pokemon, tools, and stadium cards, prevent all effects of that card done to this Pokemon. So your opponent can't Lysandre up, they can't Catcher it up, they can't Crush Hammer, they can't Enhanced Hammer, they can't Team Flagrant. Any of that stuff does not work, which is fantastic. So once you Primal Evolve, your Primal Groudon is just sitting there. Your opponent can't really do anything to it. It's just stuck there, and that is amazing. So your opponent can't knock it out. You can just manually put your energies on there, and you're good to go. Now the attack is Gaia Volcano. It does 100 damage, but if there's a stadium card to play, this attack does 100 more damage. You discard that stadium card, which is 200 damage, which, you know, of course, knocks out most of the Pokemon EX Pokemon in the game, but we play Strong Energy, so you do 20 more additional damage. With 1 Strong Energy, you can do 220, and then with the second one, you do 240, which knocks out every EX in the game, except for, Wailord or White Kyurem, whatever it is, the Crystal Wall, whichever one it was. Now you do have this Groudon with the Ripclaw 30. I think this one is better because Ripclaw can discard energy attached to opponent's active Pokemon, and Master Room is 130. There is another Groudon. I'll pull it up real quick if you want to see the second Groudon. Let's look it up real quick. Now this Groudon, here it is. The Tromp 20 does 10 damage to each your opponent's pitch Pokemon, and Giant Claw 80. And then 50 Pokemon has 2 more damage counters on this deck, does 40 more damage. So I think this one's better just to discard energy. Seems a little bit better to me. Now, you play 1 Mr. Mime to prevent bench damage. And this is really huge nowadays with, like, Fright Night Evital, because it does 60 to your Groudons, and you really don't want that happening. Like, if they start hitting your Groudons for 60, you're in trouble. Now, they could counter it with Silent Lab, but you play 4 Tropical Beach, so you should be okay. And, of course, our main kind of star Pokemon is Wobbuffet with Bind Barricade. It's going to shut down all abilities except for Psych Pokemon, which is fantastic. So your opponent can use Shaman. Your opponent can use Shaman. Your opponent can use Shaman. So, you know, it's a really good card because everybody plays Shaman in the deck nowadays. Really good. It can also shut down Greninja for a little while. And, like, once you're ready to attack against Greninja, you're good to go. But once you release Groudon, Greninja's going to destroy you. You could maybe put, like, a Teacher Garbodor here. That could possibly help out your Trevenant match a little bit more, and your Greninja match, if you can get it off. Luckily with Wobbuffet, no, not luckily. The bad thing with Wobbuffet is you do not shut down Trevenant, so it's always an effect to shut down your item cards. But once you get Garbodor online, your opponent can't use Giant Water Skin and Greninja. But they can just Lysandre, maybe take a knockout with Xerosic or something. So it's still a really hard matchup regardless. I think Greninja is definitely one of your hardest matchups for sure nowadays. And of course, we play 1 of Bunnelby for the Burrow and Rototiller. Burrow can maybe deck out your opponent. You're going to see the games where we get really close. We could have Bunnelby if we wanted to, but I don't think I ever think of this idea. Or Rototiller, which is the main thing we use to get cards back into our deck. So that's our Pokemon for Wobbuffet, 1 Mr. Mime, 33 Primal Groudon, and 1 Bunnelby. Now, this list is really, like, it's based mostly off of Jason Lum's regionals recap video, which I'll leave a link down below. He made I think it was top 8. Let me see if I can find the description. Of course, the description, I don't tell what it is. That's great. I think he made top 8 at some Canada regionals. I'm not sure which one, but the link will be down below. If you want to learn more about Primal Groudon, check out the interview. It's really good, and you can see this original list talked about a lot. Asked a lot of questions about it, so you want to check that out. Links down below. So 1 Computer Search Consistency, 1 Enhanced Hammer, discard a Special Energy, 1 Mega Turbo, attach a basic energy from your discard pile to 1 of your Mega Evolutions, 1 Legend, search for any 2 fighting energies, 1 Robo Sub to send it up. If it's knocked out, your opponent is taking prize cards, and it has 30 HP. One super potion heals 60 damage from one of your Pokemon. If you do, discard energy attached to that Pokemon, so that way you can heal your Groudons even more. The Pokemon similar to do heal 90. One switch. Now, I didn't go over the puzzle times. We play one Enhanced Hammer, one Mega Turbo, one Letter, one Robo, one Super Potion, and one Switch. Now with this, you play 4 Puzzle of Times, which lets you use 82 cards in your discard pile if you play 2 at the same time. Which, you know, we play all these 1-ofs, but once you play the 2 puzzles, you can reuse them over and over again, which is fantastic. Now, 3 via Seeker, you don't play 4. I mean, consistency might be a problem. You can maybe kind of Juniper for 4th via Seeker, but then you'll play 3 Junipers at 2. I mean, 2 Junipers at 2 ends, which might be kind of hard to draw into sometimes. But 1 Cassius, shuffle 1 Pokemon, all cards attach it back into your deck. So if your opponent's about to take a knockout of Primal Groudon, you go, okay, never mind, Cassius, put it back in the deck. You set up the Wobbuffet, and then you can probably get another Primal Groudon ready to go in a couple of turns. 1 Hex Maniac, which is probably your only outs against like Greninja. You hex for like 4 turns and hope you hex for 6 turns and hope they don't have anything. That's probably your only real outs. Now, 1 Karen, like I said earlier, Karen is for Night March. Night March you need like 12 Pokemon, like a ton of the Pokemon discard pile to one-shot you, but they're gonna try their best to 2-shot you. But you Karen them, put it back in the deck, and also what you could do against Karen is just like keep Karen over and over again with Wobbuffet in the act spot, and just make him take like 6 price, like at least 5 price cards on Wobbuffet, then sit a Primal Groudon and win the game that way. Because to knock out 5 Wobbuffets where you're constantly being Karen, it's really hard to do. So yeah. For Korrina, this is our main draw sport. Search deck for a fighting Pokemon and an item card, or fill them and put it into your hand. This way you get any, basically any 2 cards you want to, which is fantastic. We see a bunch of 1-ofs, then we see, you know, you get any fighting Pokemon, so you get your Groudon, your Primal Groudon, and you're good to go. That way, you play 2 Lysandre, 2 Pokemon Solidity, deal 6 damage, and remove all special conditions from one of your Pokemon, which is fantastic. 3 Juniper, discard your hand, draw 7 cards. 1 Xerosic, 4 Tropical Beach, 1 Assault Vest, 1 Float Stone, 1 Focus Sash. I don't know why I didn't go over any of these cards. Well, what am I doing right now? So Tropical Beach, you draw, you have 7 cards in your hand. If you do, you end your turn, which is great on the first turn. Like you play 4 of these, so you hypothetically should almost start with 1. If you start Tropical Beach, you can beach to 7. And even if you don't start with it by turn 3, you can have a Primal Groudon out, and you're not attacking, so you just Tropical Beach to draw the cards you need. 1 Assault Vest, so you take 40 less damage, which is actually really good nowadays. Like I said earlier in almost all my videos, almost every deck nowadays plays like special energies like DC and like Strong Energy and Double Dragon, so Assault Vest minus 40 is really strong. 1 Float Stone, once again, you see we're playing a bunch of 1-ofs, but this is okay with the Puzzle of Times. 1 Focus Sash, so if you're at full HP and your Primal's going to be knocked out, it's being left with 10 HP left. Now, I actually consider cutting Focus Sash. It's really good, and like if your opponent like loads up a giant Evital or a Mega Quaza maybe or something like that, but overall it's not really that helpful. There's really nobody really one-shot you nowadays. 4 Strong Energy, so you do 20 more additional damage, and 6 Fighting Energy. And you're gonna notice in the list, yeah, he doesn't play any Ultra Ball, but that's okay. Your main draw is Korrina. You play 4 Wobbuffets, you play the 3/3 Primal Groudon, and you play Computer Search. So you can always Korrina for Computer Search to grab out a Wobbuffet if needed, and then you can reuse it with Puzzle Time, which is fantastic. And guys, let's go over the list and expand it. So like I said, Greninja, a little bit hard. Trevenant, you play 2 Pokemon Salinity to heal 60 from this guy, from your Primal Groudon. So it's hard for them to knock it out. Like, they can constantly use, like, Silent Fear, and you're one-shotting them, no matter what. As long as the standard card played, you're taking a knockout. And even if they're not, you need 2 Strong Energies on a Primal Groudon to knock out a Trevenant without a break. And all 4, 20, 40, 60, 80, so you're not going to Trevenant break. But I mean, you play 4 stadiums, your opponent needs a stadium most likely as well, and the 2 PCL will probably help you out a lot. I think it's what's going to turn this matchup for sure. Greninja, it's going to come down to, can you draw to your Hex Maniac, your Pokemon Standard Ladies. Evital's probably easy, you just one-shot them, they can't one-shot you. You can heal the damage up, I think it's an easy matchup. Fright Night Evital, same thing. They can't hit your bench because of the Mr. Mime, which is fantastic. Lightning decks, you destroy them. They're really good matchups. Night March, talked about it as well. You have Karen. It's going to be hard for them to deal with you, Karen, over and over again. Basically, Bunnelby is probably your hardest matchup, but I mean, if you, like, can have a perfect time Karen after your opponent gets, like, Bunnelby and, like, best game play, you can Karen, put him in a bad situation. Now, Bunnelby doesn't actually really come into play at all because you have Wobbuffet, so that's a pretty good matchup, probably. Rainbow Road, definitely interesting. They have to 2-shot your Groudons. But you can always take a knockout in the retreat and then like heal your Primal Groudon as well, which is something you can do. Maybe switch as well, which is interesting. The deck. So basically, when you play this deck, you want to get 2 Primal Groudons ready to go. You're gonna notice in the first game, I'm like, oh, let's go, and then I'm like, oh man, that was almost a misplay. And then in the second game, you see how you're supposed to play the deck. You're supposed to load up 2 Primal Groudons and then start going, which I think is the correct play to do. But guys, there you go. There's the Primal Groudon list. Like I said, down below will be an interview with Jason Lum, who actually made, I think it was top 8, maybe top 4, as some kind of Canada regionals. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and let's see the deck in action. Alright, playing against Israel Valds 24, playing some kind of lightning deck. I'm not sure what it is, but it's lightning, which is fantastic because we can have weakness on lightning Pokemon. Now, even if it's Night March, we're still a-okay. My opponent is going to go first, but hopefully we start with that Wobbuffet, and we do start with Wobbuffet, a Korrina, Fighting Energy, Tropical Beach, a amazing turn 1 right now. So, going to put 2 Pokemon down. And I wonder what my opponent is playing. It could be maybe Raikou Eels. It could be... Okay, so... It looks like it's going to be a Raichu, maybe Rainbow Road. There's Trainer's Mode, okay. Like some kind of Raichu deck for sure. There's an Ant. No, don't you play that Ant opponent. We have Korrina. We have everything we need in our open hand. Don't you play, okay, Love Ball. Going to get maybe Raichu down, so we have to deal with, like, 4 Raichus. Ooh, this actually might be somewhat difficult. So Pichu coming down, okay. Now 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. You actually had to 3-shot a Skyfield, okay. Ultra Bug, good to discard 2 cards. Discards a Crobat and an N. Okay, so this is going to be a hard matchup. It's going to have the Crobats, Golbats. Can do damage that way. We do have Pokemon Scintillator, which can help us out. There's a Zubat coming down, okay. And we'll see a Seeker 4, and then no! No, I did not want them to play Nan. Alright, so and both players are going to show up already at 6, and they're getting 6 as well. But our hand was so good. Alright, there's a Groudon, Strong Energy. Okay, so even better hand. Alright, so on our turn, we get a Tropical Beach, so put that guy down. We'll put down Groudon, Strong Energy, Professor Letter. We'll grab 1 just so we can Mega Turbo later. I'm not sure. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we'll grab 1 for sure. We'll grab the 1 Fighting Energy. And then we'll Sycamore or Juniper. Let's put out Mr. Mime just in case. So Juniper, discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. Let's see. What do we get? We get a Hype Potion, Switch, Hex Maniac. So, we'll just end our turn. Sadly, we cannot Tropical Beach. Run to our opponent's turn to see what's going to happen. Now, we do have Hex Maniac, which can shut down like Golbats and Crobats. There's an Octillery coming down, which has the Abyssal Hand. Let them draw 5 cards in their hand. And if our opponent puts down to the Skyfield, we counter that with our own Tropical Beach, which is fantastic. And I doubt that we play Lysandre this turn. If they play Lysandre, that'd be pretty crazy. Like Lysandre and hit this Groudon, that'd be really hard to do. So via Seeker for in, which is fine with me. Our hand is not the greatest. It's not the worst either, but definitely can use some more stuff. So both get new hands of 6, and hopefully we can find a Primal Groudon. Alright, Pokemon Center. Hey, Korrina, that's what we want to see. So go back coming down, go put 20 damage probably on this Groudon. No, go put the Mr. Mime, okay? That's fairly interesting. Okay, so Raichu coming down. They could Circle Circuit for 20, 40, 60, which is not enough for knockout. There's a Love Ball. Okay. So another Raichu coming on the field as well. Now we have to deal with, what, 4 DCs unless they play Puzzle of Time. So Raichu coming down. And we'll see Tropical Beach. We'll give a new hand of 7. But our turn, it's going to be pretty simple. We are going to Korrina, grab a Primal Groudon, and we will grab probably a Mega Turbo. So that way we can start attacking next turn. Yeah, we can attach Mega Turbo, and then next turn, we can attach next turn, we can Mega Turbo. So, yeah, we should be able to attack next turn. So, we'll put those guys down. Strong Energy. We will, yeah, just Primal Evolve to end our turn. Alright, so on our opponent's turn, he can maybe attack with Raichu if he wants to. But right now, we have Pokemon Scintillator. We got Cassius. We can pick a Pokemon back at our hand. Maybe pick up the Groudon. Here's a DCE. And now he cannot Lysandre up this Primal Groudon, which is fantastic. So Lysandre, good over with the Mr. Mime. Take a knock on it. But now he can use his abilities if he wants to. But now we can save this Wobbuffet for later on. We can Mega Turbo Energy, take a knockout, then have PCL. We can have the Cassius later on. So we're doing pretty okay. There's a Tropical Beach, a Skyfield coming down, which is okay with me. We can just automatically counter that. There's Circle Circuit for 60 damage. Why did he counter the Stadium? We're just going to immediately counter it as ourselves. So, send a Groudon. Alright, and on to our turn. What do we find? Hex Maniac? Oh, Assault Vest. Oh, Assault Vest. Woo! Alright, so minus 40 from Special Energies. So, we'll Mega Turbo. Put a Fighting Energy on that guy. And we'll put a Fighting Energy on this guy. And we'll just take a knockout this turn doing, what, 220, 240, 480? And there we go. Opponent can see it in the game. Realize he cannot do that much to this Primal Groudon. Like, we were going to Primal Groudon, take a knockout, bump his Stadium, And then he can't really do much. Like, if he finds a DC, he gets minus, I think it's minus 40 from Assault Vest, right? Why can I not remember right now? Let's look at our deck real quick. I can't remember Assault Vest too hard to remember right now. Assault Vest, yeah, minus 40. So that guy would only be doing like 160, which, I mean, if he can constantly stream that with like Wobbuffet, I mean, with the Go by the Crobat. It would be interesting to see what happened. My opponent can see the game, realize they're not going to knock out this Groudon, and even if they try to, we have like Super Potion, we have Cassius to put it back into our hand, or return back into our deck, maybe put another Groudon down, and keep the chain going. Now, one thing we could have done was waited and got 2 Primal Groudons out. Like, you could have got 1 Primal Groudon out, taken a knockout, or let the Wobbuffet get knocked out while set up a second Primal Groudon. So that way, if your first one gets knocked out, you have another one later on, which I think is a fine thing as well. If you want to do that, you can wait, set up 2 Primal Groudons. You could have went aggressive like I did, take a knock on the Raichu, attach Assault Vest, and be A-okay as well. But we'll see one more game with the deck here in a second. I know that one was pretty quick, but by turn 3, we had a Primal Groudon ready to go with the PCL and Cassius in our hand, which is fantastic. But guys, we'll see what happens in the next game. Alright guys, here goes game number 2. I'm against Ray Plays, playing a Water, Fire, and a Colors deck. This could be Volcanion, most likely, is what I would take a guess. So we won the clean, which is fantastic. Yes, I would like to go first. No, to our turn. Let's see what's going to happen. So how does Volcanion, how does these 2 decks play against each other? I'm not 100% sure. So was it a Wobbuffet, put down Groudon. Alright, press done. Because our opponent can, like, maybe one-shot us. Yeah, there's Fighting Fury, there's everything. Okay, so how does Primal Groudon deal with Volcanion? Alright, so, okay, so another mulligan, which is great. So 2 mulligans coming to our hand. We got a Strong Energy, we got Tropical Beach. I mean, most likely turn 1 will probably just Primal Evolve to end our turn. We might try to get, like, 2 Primal Groudons out, like I said in game number 1. So yeah, we'll draw multiple cards. So Juniper. Alright, so Volcanion, like I said, so put a Strong Energy out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can put down Tropical Beach. And we can beach for 1 new card. There's no Wobbuffet. Alright, so on our post turn, let's see what's going to happen. Alright, so we're going to draw a card. We got a Strong Energy, we got Primal Groudon, we can just Primal Evolve. We can put maybe another Wobbuffet down. Yeah, just Primal Evolve in our turn. We actually can't drop a beach. So Acrobat going to discard a Fire Energy. I guess our plan is maybe, oh, a Camerupt. Okay, so Camerupt, Volcanion, Flareon. So Fire Energy active, okay. Ultra Ball going to discard 2 cards from his hand. He can grab Hoopa still. Hoopa can still use Scoundering Search for 3 EX Pokemon. He's grabbing a Shaman, which he cannot use because of a good old Wobbuffet. So trainers will look at soft cards of his deck. He must not know what Wobbuffet does. I mean, he could, like, Escape Rope. That could work. Like, if he Escape Ropes then puts out Shaman, then he's good to go. So, Muscle Band, okay. Muscle Band going to the active, and we'll see that Shaman come down. Scorched Earth. His only card in his hand is Shaman. Guess what, guys? He can't play that. So, Power Heater for 40 damage. Alright, so put a Fire Energy on that guy, and a Fire Energy on that Shaman. Okay, so the good thing for opponent is, nothing really. So, put a Strong Energy on this guy, and we will just, Primal Evolve. Alright, feels good. So now opponents, we got a turn 2 Primal Groudon ready to go. Now opponent can constantly use Power Heater, so another Power Heater coming down, doing 40 damage. Unfortunately, we do not have anything in our hand really. So, oh, as soon as I say that, we top deck Computer Search. So with Computer Search, discard Juniper and a Karen. With this, we will grab a Tropical Beach. Come on down, Mr. Beach. I know it can give our opponent a new hand of 7, but we could grab in. We need to, I think we need to play. Yeah, either way, if we play, I think I'd rather play PCL right now, heal that Wobbuffet to maybe use it later on. So PCL, heal the active, bring it down to 20. Put down Wobbuffet, and put down Chocolate Beach, and Old Beach getting 5 new cards. Now we're looking for a Groudon. Alright, there's Korrina, some letters. Alright, so that's good. So on our opponent's turn, we're going to draw a card. And now he can Chocolate Beach in his turn as well. And yeah, that's what we're going to see happen. So on to our turn, we get a Primal Groudon, so we're Korrina. Grab a Groudon. I like how now it says, like, select the fighter Pokemon and an item card. I didn't know this Pokemon did that. That's really neat. Alright, so, we could grab Focus Sash, maybe. Float Stone. Float Stone seems really good. So, grab those 2 cards. Put down Primal Groudon. Float Stone this guy. Letter for 2 Fighting Energy, so 1 and 2. We'll put a Fighting Energy on the Groudon, and I think we have too many cards in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, we're just gonna press done. We can't do anything. It doesn't want to have a Lysandre. Can you bring this Groudon or not? Let's see what's going to happen. Either way, we're gonna Primal Evolve and have 2 Primal Groudons out. Which, like I said, game 1, I think that's what you want to do. I think you want to wait till you have 2 Primal Groudons and then start attacking. I think it's a better play for sure. So a Litleo coming down. We don't care about power too much. Like we just knocked that out pretty easily. There's a train as well. Can he find a Lysandre for this Groudon? It's going to be the big question. So in, no, don't play the in. We have Primal Groudon, we have Fighting Energy. We're good to go for the following turn. So Ultra Ball, we will see Volcanic come down, Chorus, and a Pyro with Intimidating. Oh, Flare Command. That can bring a Primal Groudon up. For sure, yeah. Flare Command can bring one of us up, but still not too concerning, that really. So another Volcanic coming down. So no Volcanic EXs just yet. But our opponent did have the advantage, so I'm very interested to see what he's playing. And there's an in. Both of us will get a new hand of 6. Come on down. Come on down, Primal Groudon. Let's get you out again. Let's try it again. We got a VS Seeker for Korrina for a Primal Groudon, which is good. Alright, so Max Elixir, gonna look at the top 6 cards up. 7, 6, 6. There we go. Why do I think 7? I think it's like Missy's Termination. So Fire Energy going at this guy. Explosive Jet could knock us out. Ooh. Ooh. Attach to your Pokemon as you'd like. Okay, so that could maybe knock us out. So let's play on that guy. So we might need to get a Focus Sash for this first Primal Groudon. So, gonna draw a bunch of new cards. And on our turn, we will get a Pokemon similarity. So, we'll be a Seeker for a Korrina. With Korrina, we will grab another Primal Groudon and a Focus Sash. Just like I said, just in case he does go crazy next turn and try to knock us out. So we'll Focus Sash this guy, and we will just Primal Evolve. Alright, so there we go. And right now, we don't have a supporter card in our hand, which is still okay. He can't Lysandre our Groudons up. He can maybe use that Pyro to bring it up in the axe spot. But even then, I'm not too concerned. We can just heal it off. Unless this guy starts attacking. Less Explosive Jet goes off, like 5, 10, 15, 20. Hey, there he is. This guy he actually needs a Fire Energy attachment to actually using it. So, Max Elixir, can he find a Fire Energy? Nope. No energy for opponent, okay. Actually, he can't use it all because of the Wobbuffet. Doesn't even matter. Like, we have Wobbuffet in the active, so he can't use Flare Command. So, yeah, we're still looking really, really good right now. Alright, so we could, like, Hex and Beach for a couple. There's another Fire Energy gonna, the camera up, and onto our turn, we get a Wobbuffet, so put down Wobbuffets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll Cassius put a Wobbuffet back into our deck. We'll put the active back in our deck. Send in this guy. And then we'll Beach for a couple of new cards. So, okay, so still nothing. Weird. Like, this is the only downside right now is we don't have any energies. We have nothing in our hand, which is kind of stinky. But he can't really take a knockout unless he's going to send his camera up. So we can eventually maybe just deck out our opponent, force him to send this camera, start taking a knockout. And once he do that, we can knock out this guy with that. He can look at this camera with our Primal Groudon, which is still great. Alright, so still looking good. Like, he can't take a knockout really unless we swing first. So we're just going to be fine, sit back, relaxing. He can't do anything really. He has no way to damage our Primal Groudon, so we're fine. He can't Lysandre, he can't use that guy. He can't Flare Command, so we're looking good. Acrobite, discarding a Fire Energy, okay? And our plan is like Lysandre camera up for a turn, then Lysandre Shame, and then take 2 more prize cards with maybe this Primal Groudon. Now, he might be able to get through 1, but I mean, it's going to be a little while. We're still looking A-okay. I think we're looking fine, guys. Ain't nothing my opponent can really do here. And we're just waiting to see what's going to happen. I mean, it's going to take a little while. There's a Fire Energy going to be active. He could eventually use Steam Artillery to knock us out. And that makes things interesting. So, VS Seeker for Chorus, going to get 7 new cards off this. Shuffle his hand deck, gets 7 because we have 4 on his side and 3 on our side. So, there's Chorus coming down. Going to shuffle, get 7 cards. And, we're just waiting to see, can we find a Fighting Energy for... We need, like, maybe 2 more turns, right? Because we can't attack this turn. We can't attack and retreat unless we top deck, like, a Switch. Like, unless we top deck, like, a Juniper or something. So, on our turn, we get a Lysandre, okay? So, put down this guy. Super Potion this guy. And Tropical Beach. No! Alright, so our opponent's turn. I'm just looking for an energy to Lysandre up that camera up. We're so close. Now, like I said, he can put a Fire Energy in the active. Steam Artillery for a knockout does 120. They want to bring up the Shame and take a knockout. Then take the last 2 prize cards with the Primal Groudon. Okay, so we're just waiting to see. We do have Mega Turbo. We have Puzzles. We haven't played that either. We still looking for Juniper. We have the N. We have VS Seekers. We have a lot of outs. We're just waiting to hit them. That's the key thing, just sitting here waiting. My opponent has 14 cards left in deck as well, which is pretty funny. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so another Volcanic coming down. So he actually probably doesn't play any Volcanic EXs. So VS Seeker for it in? Nope, of course, we'll get 9 cards. Can't complain, that's a pretty good idea for sure. I wish we could just get rid of this Enhanced Hammer though. It's just sitting staring at us. We are never going to use that. I doubt my opponent plays any special energies. There's a letter. Gonna say, hey, can we borrow that letter, please, to get some fighting energy? So fire energy comes to your hand, okay? Can you counter a stadium? That'd be great as well. So fire energy active, okay? So we'll see a knockout. So steam artillery for the knockout to 120. We'll send in the Wobbuffet and try to at least Tropical Beach or something. We just need to find energy. There, oh yeah, there we go. So we'll put a strong into this guy. We will retreat into this guy, and we'll Lysandre bring up the not Volcano-EX, bring up the Camerupt EX, and we'll use Guile Volcano for 260. There we go. So we're gonna have 4 prize cards, 1 and 2. We get a Strong Energy and a Fighting Energy, which is fantastic. So we can put a Fighting Energy in this, Strong Energy in this guy. Next turn, Fighting Energy, Mega Turbo. So we're still looking A-okay right now. Now, opponent can maybe, like I said, Flare Command, bring up the Primal Groudon. They want to right now, but if he does do that, we have a Switch in our hand, so he can't really stall us out at all. So that's good. We have Pokemon Scintillated if we want to heal that off as well. 120 plus 120 is not a knockout. Oh, it actually is a knockout on Primal Groudon. So we will have to Pokemon Scintillated just to heal that 60 damage and make him as the 3-shotter guy, which is fantastic. So here comes Volcanion. Oh, it's our opponent's turn. Let's see. What will they do? They could be the time to put down some Volcanion EXs. Nope, another Camerupt hit in the field. It does need 4 energies. He could potentially Blacksmith to it. There's a Fire Engine on that guy. He can use Flare Command, like I said. And yeah, we see Flare Command, and who is he going to bring up? He's going to bring up the other Volcanion, like I said. But we have a Switch, we have Pokemon Scintillated, we have a Strong Energy. We're okay. So Blacksmith, putting 2 Fire Energies, probably own that Camerupt EX, I imagine. So one of that guy, and one of that guy as well. We'll probably see Power Heater, attach a Fire Energy to that guy, and maybe another Fire Energy on the board. And next turn, he could potentially... No, he can't take a knock on this guy. It's impossible. So that's great. Unless he uses the Flare Command again to bring up the other Primal Groudon. I mean, the most he could take is 2 prize cards with this Camerupt. As soon as he takes a knockout, we're going to knock it out almost ASAP. Yeah, so train as well for Super Rod, okay. Alrighty. And, okay, I guess maybe last time we could have Hex Maniac to shut off that Flare Command, which has been, I mean, it's whatever. We have a Switch, we have PCL. It's going to be, like, basically like a 0 attack kind of thing. Unless he plays an in right now. If he plays in, then things are a little bit different. Oh, he has already Blacksmith, so he's Blacksmith. We can't do that. Okay, so Fighting for Real going to the active. 120, 40, 60. We still... Oh, we actually don't take a knockout, but we have a Strong Energy. Oh, no. A Strong Energy... Oh, we have Tropical Beach. What am I talking about? So 30 damage, okay? And we'll see 2 Fire Energies. One of this guy and one onto somebody else. Who will get the other Fire Energy is the big question. But guys, we're still looking A-okay to win. We can switch. Pokemon Scintillated, Strong Energy, be A-okay. Tropical Beach. Okay, so on our turn, we get a Bunnelby. So we'll switch into the Groudon. We will Pokemon Scintillated, Tropical Beach. Or do we just Strong Energy? Like I said, opposed to taking a knockout, how many beaches have we played? Because I'd rather guarantee the knockout the following turn. That's the thing to note. See how much stronger to do this guy? 20, 40, 60, 80. We're gonna take a knockout Guile Volcano this way. Like I said, he can maybe like Flare Command, bring this guy up, but then he's just like gonna super lose then. So yeah, I think we're okay. I know we attached a 5 energy to this guy, which is very weird to do, but like I said, we had to take a knockout, and I'd rather conserve the Tropical Beach for this last Camerupt. Okay, so here goes Keldeo down. Alright, so as long as we get this other Primal Groudon ready to go, we should be okay. We have a Fighting Energy, we have another Fighting Energy in our hand, and so long as we get some puzzles, we should be okay. So, let's see, there's a VS Seeker for an in. Yeah, so we're going to go out of 3 prize cards. If we top deck a VS Seeker to bring up this guy, my opponent's going to be so mad. 20, 40, 60, 80. We take a knock on this guy as well. So, Super Rod, going to shuffle 3 Fire Energies probably back into his deck, most likely. Come on down, 3 Fire Energies. Alright, so, yep. Oh, Fire, Volcanion, and a Camerupt DX. Okay. But as long as we play VS Seeker, Puzzle Times, we have a bunch of outs in our deck. Like, don't worry, guys. We should be good to go. So, 5 cards going to his hand. We'll get 3. There's a Korrina, Xerosic, and a Xerosic. Okay, Groudon. So, 30 damage. Fire's going to Groudon. Oh, okay. Alright, let's see what he's doing now. So, there's a Hex Maniac. Okay. Huh. I think we still Korrina to search for a Primal Groudon and a VS Seeker. Because we have enough turns. Yeah, I think we should still be fine. So grab both those guys. We'll go for a knockout with Primal Groudon. Okay, we've got a Volcano. We'll go down to 2 Price Guards. But this gives us at least a couple turns to... go down to 2 Price Guards. There's a Fighting Energy, okay. So we can Fight Energy this guy via Seeker for Sycamore, discard or hit, draw 7 new cards. And we should be able to take this game as long as we get the energies owned, and enough energies owned this Primal Groudon. So, my opponent's going to Acrobite with the top 2 cards of his deck. Going to discard a Float Stone, okay. And there's a camera coming down. Okay, don't care about that too much. And, okay, so we're going to end down to 2. Okay, so we have to find something good with these 2 cards. Can we find a VS Seeker? Double Puzzle would be great as well. Double Puzzle would be fantastic. There's a Bunnelby and a Mega Turbo. Oh, no, we need 1 more card. That's not going to work right now, guys. All right, but we got a Mega Turbo. That's part number 1. We just got to find 3 energy. So he Acrobite discards a Fire Energy. He might deck himself out. He has a ton of cards. Let's see. So to take a knockout, he has to do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You have to discard 4 energies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Discard 5 energies on this. Yeah, discard all 5 of these guys. Take a knockout on the active. So he's going to 3 price cards. Okay. So he's going to do 250. Take a knockout. Going to 3 price cards. We'll send the Wobbuffet with the Float Stone. Okay, so go Wobbuffet. On our turn, what do we get? Give me something good, Pokemon. Tropical Beach. So that's a pretty good card. Well, Mega Turbo put a fight into this guy. We will retreat. And we will Tropical Beach, draw 6 new cards. Or, yeah, 6 new cards. You're going to notice I'm not going to put down the Bunnelby because I don't want opponent to Lysandre. I don't want him to, Lysandre and then use this guy to take a knockout the following turn. I mean, I know it'd be really hard to do, but 0 cards left for opponent. Does he have an in or not? Okay. Does he have an in? Did he deck himself out? I mean, this could be also another thing in like Groudon. Like, he has to knock out 2 of these Groudons, which is very, very hard to do sometimes. And he might be out of resources. He played 3 VS Seekers. He's played 2 in, 1 Super Rod. So he might just be out of resources. I mean, there's a VS Seeker. Okay, so he's going to grab in, put it down to 2. He's going to get 3. He's not going to take a knockout immediately. He can Tumble Attack. So he's going to in. He's going to go down to 3, we go down to 2, but we can just Tropical Beach unless he counters his Tropical Beach right now. But what 2 cards do we get? Hex Maniac and a Fire Energy, okay? So, Tumble Attack, Tails only doing 30. But now we should be okay. We can Fighting Energy. We can even Hex Maniac. Yeah, so we'll Hex, and then we'll Tropical Beach to draw 6 new cards, okay? There's Assault Vest, Fire Energy. Okay, so all we need next turn is Double Puzzle. And we can win the game, because we can... Fighting Energy, play into the puzzle, switch, and grab Mega Turbo. So yeah, we're just waiting to see. Oh, we actually have nowhere. I mean, no, Double Puzzle would still be okay, I think. I think it'll still be okay. I mean, we're not going to lose the game. Like, there's pretty much no way, I don't think. We're just going to mainly power up this Primal Groudon and be good to go. So yeah, we're just waiting now to see the end of this game, guys. But yeah, my opponent's pretty much out of resources. He can't even rush in and retreat this turn because we Hex Maniac'd him, which is very unfortunate. He could have rushed retreat and start using this guy, Power Heater, which I think would have been smart to play. So Tumbling Attack for 80 or 60 now, okay, so up to 90. On our turn, we get a Bunnelby, so put a Fighting Energy in this guy. Well, Assault Vest, we get Bunnelby an in. Let's see. We can Groudon, Bunnelby in, and then play Tropical Beach, which I think is okay. Like, we have double puzzles. Yeah, we'll put down Groudon, put down Bunnelby, and then we'll end. I think it's okay to play. He can't knock out this guy, really. It's impossible. Alright, so yeah. Well, that's fine. We'll go down to 2. Oh, we need to find... Hey, there's double puzzles. So that's the first key. We find 1 double puzzle. Okay, can we find 1 more or not? So, Tropical Beach. There's a Lysandre and a double puzzle. So, we can win next turn. We get double puzzle for a switch, Strong Energy. We have Lysandre to bring up the camera and take a knockout for the game. Alright, guys, there we go. Like I said, you pretty much just need to get 2 Primal Groudons ready to go, and you can win almost all of your matches. Like I said, game number 1, we probably should have done that, but I went a little bit too aggressive and went a little crazy. But Lysandre gonna bring up the Groudon. He can maybe take a knockout this turn or do some damage, but we have double puzzle, grab a switch, Strong Energy. We have a Lysandre, so we'll win this game. So Volcano coming up, he can't Lysandre in. So yeah, 40 damage, don't care about that. And now we have double puzzle, and now you're gonna see why it's so good in this deck. So 3 Fire Energies, 1 Fire Energy, and we will double puzzle all the way. Yep, we'll grab a switch and a Strong Energy. We will Strong Energy the Primal Groudon, switch into the Primal Groudon, Lysandre bring up a camera and we'll do 220 damage, knocking out that camera DX, and we'll take the game with Primal Groudon. There we go, guys. Guy Volcano for 220 damage, and there we go. Oh man, that was so much fun. Like, Groudon's such a fun deck. Like, it's a little slow. You have to slowly power Pokemon, but once you're there, it's a monster. It's hard to take down. You can't do much with it, and you just have to like somehow take it down. Now, unfortunately, my opponent could not do it. Game 1, my opponent conceded the game, but we're pretty much ready. Like, we were good to go that game. It would be interesting for sure to see how that game would have played out, though. Because we have, like, Pokemon Sin Landing, we have Hex Maniac, Super Potion. I always want to say Hyper Potion, but Super Potion. But, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching the episode of Expanded Thursday. You saw why Primal Groudon is really good. I explained a lot about it. Hopefully you learned something new about the deck, and maybe consider for the regions that come up in Philly. But, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty. Bye. Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.